Right, okay, we're back again, another video. I'm sticking this YouTube thing out. Fuck knows if anyone's going to be watching this or if anyone cares what I have to say, but I'm doing it nonetheless. I just finished it. It's a Thursday. I've just finished a day of work. We're nearly at the weekend, and I was thinking on the train home, very depressed, of what to talk about today, and it recently dawned on me, because for those that watched my last video, I've been working full-time for about 3 years, and that doesn't sound like a long time, and it really isn't, but I feel like I'm starting to lose a sense of who I am. Okay, I feel like, you know the phrase selling your soul, I feel like I'm putting on a persona to be someone that I'm not, and I feel like I'm acting a certain way, and I'm losing myself, and it's starting to scare me. So what I want to talk about is the art of not giving a shit, because I'm still learning how to do it. I'm still trying very hard to stick it through, but I just wanted to talk. I just wanted to ramble, and see where this goes. So like I said, I want to do this all in one take. Who knows how this will end up, but here we go. When I finished my university studies about 3 years ago, that was in lockdown, okay, and I think a lot of people went through things with their mental health, but me, I feel like I lost my mind, to be honest. I feel like I, mixed with being in lockdown and COVID, I feel like my quarter life crisis sort of rolled into one, and I really started to question the people that I'm around, and the people that I hang out with, and the people that I associate myself with. And you know the old age saying of, you know, the 3 people closest to you are a best summary of who you are as a person. When in lockdown I did that, and I actually looked at the people around me. They weren't the people I wanted to be associated with, and I took it upon myself to essentially just cut all ties and just go silent. And for the most part, I felt like this was a wrong thing to do, and I felt in this weird headspace where I essentially didn't have any friends. I didn't really have anyone to talk to, other than my family and my partner. And it felt weird for the first time, being alone and focusing on yourself. And this really started a new chapter for me, in the sense of the art of not giving a shit. I think disassociating myself with those people made me realize what I really want in life. So yeah, when I disassociated myself with this negative group that I've been hanging around with all my life, it really opened my eyes, and it made me think that, am I doing things or saying things or acting in a certain way because that's what people around me expect me to say? And the more I dug deep, the more I realized that I'm not being true to myself. I'm not being me. I'm not being how I want to be perceived, and I just felt like I needed to change that. I got to a point where I did not give a shit if I was alone, if I had no one to talk to. I would much rather focus on myself and know that I'm true to myself, rather than hanging around feeling like I'm not myself. So that was the first part of this this chapter of learning not to give a shit. And in doing that, I realized that, especially in your younger ages, people around you are very quick to judge, and they're very good at taking the piss out of you, especially a group of guys. I'm sure people watching this, if you're watching this, you have a group of guy friends that take the piss out of you for absolutely everything you do. You know, if you work out, they take the piss out of you for going to the gym all the time, eating well, or not drinking, or whatever. So that's one thing which I get, but that's what made me realize, once I disconnected myself from everything, that I'm alone, and in reality those opinions don't fucking matter. And yeah, I think doing this back in 2020, so about 3 years ago, just before I started work, it made me think that even without realizing, I was forming my decisions and my actions on what I thought other people wanted of me, or how I wanted to be perceived. For instance, you know, I've been wanting to do this YouTube thing for ages, and I didn't, in case someone found out, because I remember there was a boy at school who, oh, sort of pigeon was going for my car, but there was a boy at school that did it, and he got absolutely slated. And there's just, it's that weird state of feeling very insecure in yourself and not wanting to pursue the passions and the things that you like. So in 2020, I took the first step of really putting myself out there, especially in the form of being on the internet. And for those that watched my last video, I mentioned that I attempted the side hustle of selling fitless plans and getting into that space. So obviously I'm not in fantastic shape, but I'm in good enough shape. I thought, you know what, fuck it, let's just expose myself in a literal sense, but, you know, open myself up and say, you know what, fuck it, like, judge me all you want, I do not give a shit. So I set this page up, and for the most part, when I did that, I was very nervous about people finding it, and then people talking about me, and then, you know, again, going back to that feeling of wanting to impress others and worrying about what people think. And one thing that really liberated me, especially in this part of the story, is resharing all of my content on my personal Instagram. Now, I know this may sound extremely petty and very meaningless, but in the process of not giving a shit about what people think, you need to put yourself out there. And this was the first step for me, you know, really showing people, okay, this is what I want to do, and if you think it's weird, fuck you, I don't care. So when I did that, that's what changed everything, I think. And yes, I got flack from people close to me, people not close to me, but ultimately I don't care, because I think for everyone that's made a comment about me to my face and probably behind my face, I haven't seen them and I haven't spoken to them, and they're all people that are in the past that are not part of my life now. And I think that's the way you need to look at it. You are focusing and you are in the driving seat, literally, of your own life. And if you spend your whole time worrying about what other people think, you're never going to get where you want to in life. And I think I realized that, I would say, at a relatively early age. I think, you know, put it in the comments, let me know, but I realized this when I was about 20 years old, 22 actually, which I think it's your early adult life, and I think people start to realize that in your mid-20s, mid to late 20s, and you know, as hard and difficult and challenging as it was, it was extremely liberating. And then from that was the first step and the first chapter in, you know, actually, you know, trying to build something for myself and not giving a shit about what anyone thinks, because ultimately, everyone, please remember this, that you are going to die and no one's going to remember you, and their opinions of you are not going to matter. So just remember that, and please, just, if you're thinking of doing something, if you're thinking of starting something, just start. So, you know, this is me putting myself out there on the internet. I don't expect anyone to watch. I don't expect anyone to actually got this far in the video, but, you know, I promised myself, it was in my New Year's resolutions, that I was going to do this, so I'm doing it. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it there, because I've got a lot of other things that I want to say around this topic of self-improvement, self-development, and making yourself a better person. But I think this is a good place to stop. Hopefully, if anyone's watching this, hopefully you've learned or taken something from this. I'm going to keep on posting. I'm going to try and make this a regular occurrence. So yeah, if you like what you saw, please subscribe, comment below, and let me know your thoughts on this topic, and I'll see you all again soon. Thank you. And we've done it. Train. Actually, before we go, I've picked up a car. This is a bonus clip, so in the comments you need to guess what the car is from the sound of it. So I'm going to start it up. If you get this right, I will personally transfer you £1,000. So comment below.